We here, we here, we here. All right, we good, good. Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 3. I want to spit a few rounds to let y'all know I'm free. Just playing. When it comes down to it, man, hey, we back on this money. And you know I normally have my face up, but today it's more of a killmonger day because we on the hunt, we on the chase for this paper. So let's go on and get into it. Starting off, what's gonna be your budget for this year? We always have these New Year resolution type deals. What's your budget for next year? I mean, for this year. What are you planning on doing? Let me know. Like, cause it's real simple. If you want a house, get a house. I'm in the process right now. Me and my wife just talked. We're gonna start looking into it. So getting a house. So what we got to do? We got to sit here. We got to go and look at. We got to call. Yeah. Back. All right. So basically, we gotta do the key steps to getting the house. Go through the process. We gotta check our credit, see what our credit looks like. We gotta make sure the money in the savings account is at a decent. We're not snatching anything in and out, doing no big transactions. Uh, we don't have enough money for the down payment. We need to start now. Start putting more money aside. Start putting more money in the savings for the down payment. You know, um, and say when we get down to the point where we need the help with the down payment and the closing costs, one or the other. We have letters so we can get gifts from the family, friends or whatever, loans or whatever. How we gonna do? But we get that money situated, and then let's look at our spending habits. We don't want to buy nothing outrageous in the process of buying a house. We want to go buy a new car while we're buying a house. You don't want your credit to change, uh, do anything drastic. You know, Miss V, I'm gonna have to go to your channel because I found out you be going live in the morning. I'm like, I don't even get your notifications like that. Let's see up there now because someone told me you be going live. I think around 8:39 or so. Because there's somebody else. I know it's Tam, Frugal Mama. I think somebody else go then you. And I was like, dang, I ain't know that. But I'm gonna have to check on your page. You know how they do be pushing your stuff back or not giving the notifications out. But get back into the topic. I'm gonna have to make sure me and my wife, you know, the way we spend, the way we actually do our research on what type of house, what the area where we're gonna stay at. And the biggest thing everybody knows is location, location, location. Getting that location locked in, that's key. You know, kids, we have kids, so we have to look at the school system. I always tell people, you know, according to your kids, you got to move with the school system. One of the best things I ever did for my oldest kids when I moved outside the city, and it was a little more slow paced, but the learning was, a little bit more fast. So they gave the kids what they need. Both of them went to college, so I can't complain. Daughter graduated. My son, he's in the process now. You know, um, he's at that point where you're trying to figure out life. So he has the credits to go ahead and finish, but he's thinking about going into the military. I was like, dude, you should have went to the military right after high school, like I told you. Your college would have got paid through the military. But live and you learn. That's what kids want to experience stuff and do stuff different on their own and stuff. So he's seeing how it go. But saying the least, when it comes down to it, it's a lot of stuff. a lot of people got to prep themselves for when purchasing a house. You know, um, having a good inspector. That's the worst thing you can do is try to buy a house and don't get an inspection done. Horror stories. I told you there was horror stories when I first. And another thing that would got me, pretty much into buying houses real good. I was motivated. I knew what I was getting myself into, and it was outside of the research that I already did. You know what that was? Okay, cool. I got you. You know what that was? Seminars. I went to a lot of free seminars. Chase had one. Actually, had one at the Chase Bank after hours. I'm like, whoa! Like having a seminar, a little small seminar at the bank after hours. I'm like, who's pulling these strings? At the time I had a Chase account, and it was actually I had a Chase business account. So that's how they reached out to me because of the Chase business account I had. And then I ended up getting a checking account. Didn't really need it and just closed it out a couple of months. But the business account I had set up with them, you know, they reached out to me for that. And they was like, well, we know you had a account with us and this and that, but we just wanted to, touch bases with you. We having a seminar locally over here at this bank and, just reaching out to some of our clients and my thing is, you got a whole bunch of clients in the area. Probably majority of them have houses, but the ones that don't have houses, did you really literally reach out to all the people? So it was a reason why you reached out to me. And so basically went to the seminar. Seminar was great. Had about three real estate agents, only one inspector, and this guy was pretty much awesome. Um, he talked about the dude. I think his name Bart Holmes. I know his last name is Holmes, but is it HDD? Was it DYHGD channel, HDTV channel, and they were always talking about fixing things on this channel, and it was crazy because he would come through the homes when you don't get an inspector, buy a home, or your home has just been there for so many years and you didn't properly maintain it. And he would come there, show you all the problems that what the builders did, show you the stuff wrong from over the years of neglect. And his number one line was make it right. So for people that watch the HCG TV, hold on, let me start hanging out, y'all coming in, praying couple. Uh, but he would always say, make it right. So he come in, fix everything up. And to a degree, that's what I started looking at these inspectors because I'm like, man, it's a lot of stuff that get bypassed because you just don't know. And the telltale sign that made me always use an inspector, I don't care if I'm looking at 12 houses and I did due diligence on 12 houses. I'm going to spend that $350. You know, simple math, let's do 10. 10 houses. Simple math. That's $3,500. I'm spending $3,500 on houses, and I ain't even did a down pay. I mean, I did the due diligence. I put the 1,000, 12, or 5, or whatever I need to put up for the due diligence, and I get that back. If I don't buy the house, or if I do buy the house, it go towards the closing costs. So yeah, when it comes to that, I will spend $3,500 if I'm looking at 12 houses, all of them are crap. Or 10, I mean 10 houses with that 35 and all of them are crap, you know. So having an understanding when you buying a house, these are the stuff you're gonna be looking at, you know, and let's get back on the money page. Me wanting to get to the money, what are the things I'm gonna have to do to invest in myself? I'm gonna have to go out there, I'm gonna have to look at what sites that I want to get money, apps. I mean, they have sites out here where you get paid to watch YouTube videos. You get paid, you know, they already had it before back in the day. They have like the secret Santas and stuff, secret shoppers. I call it not secret Santa, but secret shoppers, where you go around buying things in the store, tell the company your experience, you know, how the staff was, did they help you, uh, the way the store looked, you know, the items on the shelves, that they look decent. Is this something you would recommend to your family? You know, the surveys, they used to pay people to do that. But nowadays, people doing it for free, you know. I was just at a job yesterday, and the crazy part with the job that I was one of the drops that I was doing, they were doing an IG live, so they closed the whole store down to do an IG live. They did an IG live yesterday to promote, and I'm like, wow. So you're technically losing a little money, but advertising to gain more money, you know. And when you get into the business of marketing, that's a whole nother beast. Marketing is a whole nother beast. And people who know how to use marketing work good. Google, you know, a lot of people use Google to Google ads to, you know, promote their business. Pays off. Facebook ads, Instagram videos promoting, you know, boost your channels up. You know, and that's what I I talk about when I used to be in promotion. The biggest thing is garnering people's attention. When you see all these crazy videos of, you know, out just wild videos these young people are putting out now, it's to get your attention. I remember they used to have this guy called Boo Gang or something back in the day. Got his face tatted up and just, you know, just started doing all kind of crazy stuff for an attention. And he can, you know, easily he go in there, tear up a store, and be like, Boo Gang, ah, and just take off running and all this stuff. This guy, I'm quite sure he did this because you're doing a video, you put it on um, YouTube. Now, for the first couple of ones he did, I honestly think that, you know, he ended up getting locked up, but more or less towards the line because, you know, it showed him getting out of jail sometime. But down the line, when he started making money off his videos, you know what he was doing? He's going in there, paying that company to tear up stuff, and he would pay them for the stuff that he tear up. But he wouldn't tear up nothing like real expensive, you know. Cause one video I seen in a restaurant, I think that was probably one of the last videos I seen. I was like, man, this dude is trash. I'm like, why you keep doing this? I'm like, this makes no sense. You too old. And he literally took the chip rack, shook the chip rack, took a couple of bags of chip off, stumped them on the ground, and the owner came around to, you know, handle him. He pushed the cash register screen over. He didn't take it and slam it down. He just pushed it over, knocked the cups over, kicked some couple of chairs and tables, and just went crazy. And as the owner was trying to grab him, he took off running and running out the door. Ah, Boogan! And so my thing that it was kind of crazy that a lot of people didn't pay attention to in the video is how he was able to get that angle showing him tearing the chips up and stuff from behind the register. How was he able to get that angle? And I started laughing. I was like, man, this guy had to pay this guy because when you really look at it, that looks like a security camera angle. Like it was over the top, pointing down at the registers. Typically, if you work at some fast food or any place where you have a register, 9 times out of 10, they end up having a camera on the register so they can, you know, make sure the employees are not stealing. They go back and look at the camera, speed it up, see if they're putting money in their pocket or anything. So, you know, typically that normally will happen when companies, you know, do that. But getting back to the, you know, point, He was paying people out of the money that he was making on social media, so he wouldn't have to keep going to jail. That's smart. That is literally so smart. You literally make all this money, and what you do is you pay him so you won't have to go back to jail. You won't keep a record, all this stuff. A lot of people, when they first started off, yeah, you did a couple of crazy things, got yourself in trouble, but over time you learned, hey, I can't keep doing this. Can't keep going to jail like this. So I need to do something better with myself. I need to make sure I won't get caught if I do something crazy like this. So why not just pay the people? You got the money. Next line is the apps. A lot of people, you know, be on their phone 24/7. Why not use these apps to get paid? You can get paid from Facebook. You can get paid from Instagram, posting videos. If they get funny, they get a whole bunch of views. You get paid for that. I was looking at Wallow for $1 million worth of game. He said he hit the kids like this. How many of y'all kids? Oh, let me get red pill finance in there. And he's like, how many of y'all kids got social media? He's like, how many of y'all kids all looking, worrying about everybody who's the next hot star, this and that. And so everybody raising their hand. He's like, how many of y'all get paid from social media? He said probably like two, maybe three people raised their hand. He's like, y'all get up and stand over there. And he was like, all y'all, I think he was like called them bogus or something like that, because y'all just social media getting paid off of y'all. Y'all looking and doing all this stuff being entertained for free. These people would get paid for entertainment. And I was like, wow. Grown as I am, I got kids that are in high school getting paid on social media while they looking at it. They posting videos getting paid. Grown as I am, I'm not getting paid. I'm just over here being entertained. I'm over here, socializing with family and friends. I'm not getting paid. So I'm like, why not? Why not get paid from social media? Same thing with my YouTube. I'm building my YouTube channel, giving information. My YouTube channel hit 1,000. Cool. Let's run that 1,000 up. Let's go ahead and get paid. You know, my YouTube hit 5,000. Cool. Let's run it up. Let's go get paid. And in the process right now, thinking about building my studio back up again. Um, I gave all my stuff away. Let's buy it back again. But my thing is I want to put monitors up there, because I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I got the green screen already. I I need some more lights. I had one light that was pretty decent, but I needed the light to actually give the background more, you know, and that's why I don't do too many lives. Wow, because even when I did the live with Dr. Dunbar, I was doing it from my phone because I couldn't get my laptop, logged in and all this stuff in time, and so end up just doing it directly from my phone and did it in the office upstairs. But that's my wife's office, and she have her stuff in there, and I didn't want to, mess up her little area, so I just did over there in the office. But at the same time, I want a studio. And that's why I was talking about building me a shed in the back of my house so I can have that studio. And that can increase, my viewership, because people tend to, this is a crazy thing. People tend to want to, you know, invest in you more by you spending more money. You spending money on yourself, it's like a little thing that people want to say, oh man, they got money. It's like a clout thing. And so people want to do more, look at you more, you know, especially you make yourself trending. It's just that's the thing with social media. It's kind of odd, you know. And going into Jessica, what's going on? What's going on, Jessica? And just in case, like with a lot of stuff with people making money, this is one of the things that I've been looking into, and it's about me writing this book, Our Fathers. You know, and Our Father is gonna be a book based on just the men around me that raised me. It's going to, based on situations that happen and, the kind of lessons I learned, the guidance I got from being in those, situations. So with me writing that book, it's gonna be wonderful. I'm looking forward to that. But there's other books like, me writing a kids book as well. Ari, what's going on? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been? But me writing a kids book. I have young kids now, so I like talking, dealing with them. I love little kids. You know, little kids sometimes don't like me when they real young. They love me because I play with them. You know, uh, my little cousin now, she about 4 years old, and she be always hit me with she. And so, play with her, talk with her, have her, do a little magic trick with her. I remember this one little boy uh, at my church, and he's a grown man now. He even have a kid, and he used to always say when he got older, and he was like, man, I remember you used to always, do magic tricks for me, man, and it made me interested in church just to come here, just to see you do magic or something. I just do little stuff like hide a coin, put it in the back of my forearm, and I tell them I had it in my mouth, and they have nothing in my hand. I put my thumb in my mouth, and pop the coin out of that crease, and it pops in the air, and they be like, "What the world?" Oh, I might take something like a rubber band, put it, on my wrist, and I take a piece of paper, take the paper, show them the paper in my hand, and I'll be like, watch this. I can make this paper disappear. Have the rubber band with the paper, bind it up, shoot it in my shirt, and they be like, where is it? Oh man, you good. Then I sit there, put my hand down, and I'll be like, man, maybe let me look and see if it's on the floor. So if I drop it, then I'll be like, okay, I dropped it, it's on the floor. But then if I catch it in my hand, I would take it and I was like, here, you can have this while I look for the paper. And then the papers, you do little tricks like that. But that was the whole thing to get, you know, kid interested. But, you know, with that point, that little entertainment side. And so that's why I want to put stuff like that in the book. And I'm gonna get paid for it. Don't you know, like I was looking at this guy, he said, I'm gonna get a book like a kid's book. I only want $4 for the kid's book. So what I'm gonna do is $4 sell about 40,000 copies. Even if I sell 10,000 copies, 10,000 copies at $4, that's $40,000 right there. 40,000 40,000 copies, that's $80,000 right there, just off, a kid's book. And it's simple. And I ain't gonna tell y'all my hack that I'm gonna do to write the kids book. I might not tell y'all my hack. I'm gonna go ahead and put out a couple of books first, and then go ahead and tell y'all my hack. But the biggest thing. Okay, cool. I'll let you. But the biggest thing with that is this: I'm gonna sit up here, get this book started, get a collection started, and just make money with it. Some simple as you learning. I mean, most of the people on YouTube like to talk anyway. And I know one of these YouTubers, from the past, I heard that this guy was a writer. He wrote blogs. He went from blogging, writing, to naturally just speaking to the people. A lot of the stuff he speak on, I already know he has it written down. What he wants to talk about, different topics he want to relate to. So why not write this stuff down, format it into a book, and sell a book? Basically, a lot of times books ain't nothing but most of the stuff you talk about anyway. But you got to hold yourself accountable now, because if you speaking nonsense and you speaking irrelevant stuff, and you're not really being on, truth and what you need to be on, it's gonna come out in that book, and you're gonna be held liable. So when you start telling people these fairy tale dreams, this stuff that you know make believe this and that, and trying to get people to submit to this and deal with that, it's gonna come out in your book. So when you write this stuff, people are gonna naturally say, on page 35, you said that all men make over 30,000. That's not true. The facts are right here. So that means you lied. I mean you didn't do your research. You said on page, you know, 63, you make over $1 million, but we pull, you know, certain things with was it Google where they, talk about to pay, typically is normally off, but to a degree, they give a ballpark figure over your assets. So there you go. You know, most of the time, sales and all this stuff, like to the degree, a lot of the stuff that people do is open access to the public. So any other things besides like how much money you have in your bank account is always due to speculation. But your net, they can kind of pretty much get to that off of how much you make. But the biggest thing too with starting your YouTube channels, starting social media, writing a book, anything, just getting out there doing it. That's the biggest problem with a lot of us is not even starting it. Trying it out, see if it works. No, what's the guy, Mr. Beast? He was a young kid when he started his YouTube channel because nobody wanted to be his friend. So he was looking for friends and end up got someone, social media. So when it comes down to it, you just got to keep going. This guy, one of the biggest YouTubers there is now with the most followers. You got to keep going. And he's steady increasing, followers over the years. You got to keep going. That's the biggest thing with a lot of us. We don't keep going. We start some, it don't work the plan. We just get rid of it. You know, my first channel I started, and that was along the lines with that one. I started that channel. It kind of, was up and down. So I was like, I really don't have time for this. Pushed it to the side. Then came back with my second channel. I was like, yeah, I got a voice on this to talk about. And just to this day, still going. You know, if I make 1 million, if I make 50, if I make a 500,000, subscribers, if I make only 10,000 views on my channel, I'm good. I'm still getting paid. You know, it's not a whole bunch of money. It's not nothing to, brag about. Oh man, I'm quitting my job type. But the point of it is money. You know, I'm doing something for it, and it'll be to the point to where when my videos get, just keep rotating, and I don't have to, drop videos or something like that because maybe let's say I want to be done with it, and people, I become so hyped on YouTube that people want to start looking at my videos, and just everybody sharing this man, these videos back in the day are legendary. The stuff that he was talking about, man, I need to be on this. That's gonna turn into passive income because I'm not doing it no more. It's gonna turn into passive income. That's what I'm saying. Like, make your social media platforms work for you. They start paying you. Like I said earlier, that kid, I mean, Wallow for $1 million worth of game told them, hey man, y'all need to be out here making y'all social media pay y'all to do these videos and do these trends and all this stuff. A lot of people got TikToks. That's where TikTok is, making people boom, doing these little trends and dances, but also hurting people. There was a lady, she got fired because she was in a meeting with her job. She did a TikTok because what's it called? K cups. She was had that little, I forgot the name of the machine, but I know it's like the K cup coffee maker. She was making coffee, but then put the mug under the little thing to dispense the coffee. And this machine just makes 1 cup of coffee. She didn't put the cup up under there, so the stuff spilled out all over the counter. She had to clean it out. So she did a TikTok on it. She was like, "Guess who's cleaning the counter because I didn't put a mug?" I'm so crazy laughing. Cut off the TikTok. When she posted it, she wasn't paying attention. Her job is being heard in the background talking about certain things. I don't think it was none of any security or nothing, but we can't have an employee being negligent like that. So they end up firing her. You know how heartbroken she was? She got fired over a TikTok video. There was another lady. She got fired over a social media post. Real pretty lady, young, came into this company, think like making over 200,000, and the entry in that job was like 80,000. They had somebody that was making like 125 or something, and they've been there about 8 years. And they was like, hold on, how's she making more than me? I've been here 8 years, putting in hard work, dedication, and she started off with over 200,000. And then the other employees started complaining, and they was like, well, what is all this coming for? How y'all know how much money she made? She posted it online. Boom, she's out of there. Fired her. I'm like, woo wee. Y'all are letting. Yep, that's true. But it got to the point where I was laughing. I was like, y'all are letting social media actually take y'all out. Y'all literally letting social media take y'all out. Because at the end of the day, you posting this video, for entertainment. But now you're losing your job. Or you might be posting a video for entertainment and you ain't even really getting paid for it. It wasn't even worth it, you know. And the more you start looking at it, you could be getting paid on a lot of stuff, but you just don't know. And that goes back into what I always say. A lot of people just don't know. You really just don't know when it comes to certain things. You don't do the research. You don't look for mentors that'll help you. The biggest, situation with a lot of us is we don't have mentors helping us, do things. If I wasn't driving, man, I hit this thing and show y'all. But my son, he likes Pokemon. So I've been buying them Pokemon cards, here and there. I think total, when it comes down to it, I probably ate one busy mama. I literally probably bought them. I say upwards about $300 worth of Pokemon cards right now. And out of those $300 worth of Pokemon cards, I think he probably got about 150 in good cards because he has this website that he go on to check Pokemon cards and see the value. So he got about 150 in good Pokemon cards. Rest of them now, okay. And he wants to get the Pokemon card certified. And when you get a Pokemon card certified, it adds more value because they rate the card, the look, the feel, it's not rough, the corners are not chipped or anything, all that, and they put it in the case. Now the rating is about $30 or something, but to the point, like they're supposed to be doing their job, they good. And it makes the value of your card go up as well. It's like an auctioneer come and you have an authentication, if someone like let's say somebody in sports sign a pair of shoes and you have a picture with them signing the shoes and a signature expert verifies that's their signature, you authenticate it that signature. So therefore, when you do that, what happens? You literally will have a lot of people more interested in it. Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, a lot of the creators are making money because they work together, and for the most part, it's like it's a domino effect. You see what the other person doing, just copy it. You know, a lot of the known people in these spaces, they want to hoard the viewership, hoard the subscribers, hoard the information, you know, and it's enough for everybody to make money on social media. And when it gets to a certain point, you find that niche, there you go. It always goes down to the viewership to where you want to push your channel, push other channels. I'm always sharing a lot of channels in my community tab because I try to give other channels a chance to focus. There are certain channels I don't share and I like them, but the message that I'm trying to go in the direction of my channel sometimes, that's why I can't share a lot of channels. Sometimes I do, but it's kind of guilt to me not to share a lot of channels because, you know, and I always say this, a lot of my supporters, you know, the people that always come to my channel, look at my channel, are a lot of women and some dudes. And those the women and the dudes that do come support, they come with a different mindset. So there are a lot of things that I might look at on YouTube or, participate in. I don't think it's good conversation for them. So, I try not to share some of that stuff, but the stuff that I do look at for help, I share that, you know. I just recently went on a channel. Be looking at this guy channel for a minute before I start sharing his video. This guy got a lot of viewers, a lot of content, but the thing is, I tend to want to look at people's channel, kind of look them up. I don't want to share somebody's channel. The next thing you know, this guy's, wanted for more murder or something worse, and I'm, trying to reach out to the people. It's like my name's on the line. I'm associating myself to a degree with these channels, and it kind of puts in a mind frame of this how you move, this how you work, you know, and then also with me, if I get to be a bigger YouTuber, it'll hurt my channel to hurt my money. So I look at that as well. But getting back into it, I talked about writing a book, put it on Amazon, making money. Talked about earlier about getting a house, the key things about getting a house. I'm gonna speak more on that Saturday. I'm gonna be doing a little uh, video, and it's gonna be like a triage. Gonna have Dr. Dunbar on and Alonzo Hall, the All-Star advisor. I have him on, and we're gonna be talking about houses, buying houses. You might even get into. I think I might need to get out and reach out to the Harris family media. I'm gonna have to reach out to the Harris family because the husband he's into finance and he might give us some pointers. He does debt and things of that nature, so he might give us some pointers on when buying the house, staying true. You know, even with the apps, I talk about using apps to make money. There are literally apps that you can use. I know these little games and stuff they show. I never really got into them because a lot of times, kind of some of them sites be scams, and some of them be actually legit, but you just get scammed one time, and it kind of deters you from looking at things that are too good to be true almost. But yeah, I mean, just do your research. That's my biggest thing. You know, I seen a site. It looked it legit. Home Depot. Somebody built the Home Depot site, used everything that Home Depot has on their site, but kind of certain things didn't look right. It looks like a fresh page. It looks like an updated new design. Because Home Depot page look blank. It looks plain. This page looks so up to date, like some 2000, something 20 uplifts. The colors were popping more. The stuff had major deals. Like you can get a drill set, DeWalt drill set, and I think it was probably like $80 for two drills, impact drill, uh, adding the oscillator or something like that. Yeah, like they have these five piece kits, and DeWalt they probably have it for $500. Get two batteries, you know. But this set, they had this set for 150 and $200. And I was like, whoa, that's a deal, man. Man, I'm about to get up on that. Ricky in the building. What's going on, Ricky? Hey man, I be missing sometimes them talks you have while you be driving, man. Got to get back on them, man. I be missing you sometimes. I be moving around, shaking. So, I might be on another panel or something. I see you pop up. I'm like, man, I got to go back and look at that because I'm over here on this live. But yeah, man, appreciate you coming through, Ricky. But when it come down to it, like those two sets be on point. And one of my friends, he basically told me back in the day, he said, it's something too good to be true. Go down to the bottom, look at the frame of when the page was updated and established, go down to the terms of agreement. He said certain things you'll know the page is fake. Look at the Home Depot name. Is it .com? Is it .com? Because that'll throw people off. That .com, you think you're buying directly from Home Depot because you see Home Depot at the top, but it has two dots in there, you know? And that's how a lot of people do with them scam pages. There's this one, what is it? LNGD, and they do modifications on vehicles, mainly trucks, detailing and all that stuff, adding with accessories. So they have a giveaway that they've been having. So I was like, you buy clothes and you enter it into the giveaway by how much or expensive the clothes are. So you got some people they might buy like a whole bunch of outfits. They are. If I'm already needing a jacket, a work jacket, a couple of work boots or something like that, and they have it on the site, I buy it because I'm gonna buy it anyway, and it's me to win. There was a shirt that I bought on there. Like you have fans only. They have a shirt that says only bands, and I was like, oh man, that's cool. And so I was like, I'm gonna buy this only band shirt. It has the only band blue. It has the only blue with the little square, all that stuff. But it has bands in you know, and I'm like, man, this is a nice shirt. It's got the American flag on there, on the sleeve on the other side because it's a short sleeve. Then on the other side, it has the company logo in LNGD. So I was like, that's 80 entries. So if I win a truck off of a $35 shirt, cool. If I don't win the truck off a $35 shirt, I got a nice $35 shirt that I really like. So cool, no problem with me buying that shirt. And I didn't win the truck. No problem. I got a nice shirt. This is what I really wanted anyway, a nice shirt. You know, um, I would have probably spent about 25 on the shirt, but the extra $10 I counted for shipping and handling, so it was worth it. And to the degree, they have other sites that try to get you for money, like Instagram, YouTube. They have Facebook. All these fake sites mocking this site. They'll take their videos, repost it on theirs, and try to get people like, hey man, what's going on? Have you talking to them? Like they sent me a message on Instagram, was like, hey man, what are you gonna do when you get the money? And I looked at it and I seen like the dots and stuff in there. So I just sent, I was like, I'm gonna buy strippers. They didn't send me no more messages. The other site that was legit, they didn't send me anything. Only thing they do is send me, coupons and stuff to buy more from their site, this and that, 10%, whatever percent off. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. But that, I'm like, I'm not like I started learning not to get caught up in those scams because I want to keep my money. I honestly want to keep my money, so I'm not trying to get caught up in the scams. But let me run down the list, and I'm about to get ready to jump off of here. Like I say, investing, you want to buy properties, know your due diligence, um, put your money to the side, early. Don't wait to get ready to buy a house and, within the first 3 months of you getting signed the house, doing the due diligence period, and you pass that, you want to start putting money aside. Nah, start putting money aside early. You know, if like me, I want to buy a house now, and I set myself a year term of buying a house time. That makes me fix my credit. If my credit's messed up, it makes me put money aside for inspection, other things, because some of these inspections can get costly. If you have an old house, you might want to do a thermal scan inspection. It tells you to where your heat is blowing out certain places. Um, the guy that I had inspected my house, he did a thermal scan inspection on the last house that I was gonna get before I got this house, and found out that the heat was coming out in the attic. You know, he did a thermal scan on there, and he did that free. Like that was just for the roof. You know, he does a thermal scan on all the vents and stuff like that, additional charge. But when he got up there, he knew something was wrong because the attic was technically, too hot, and it wasn't summer like that. So he was, did the thermal scan, found out had leaks in the vents. So some of the ducts gonna needed to be replaced. Hey, that saved me money. I knew about that, so I can add that towards the cost of the house. Uh, Going into writing a book. Get yourself together, write a book, kids book, all this stuff. They have different. I'm gonna post a video, probably let people know how to get their stuff posted on Amazon, digital ebooks. You can go through a company and get the books printed out, but ebooks are the thing now. Somebody wants a physical copy, look into that. They have small companies that print books for people. Small company. You go out there, just be like, man, I want a 100-page, 50-page book. How much is gonna cost me if I get 100? If I get 300? If I get 1,000? They have like these small printing companies that'll print them out, good deal. The bigger companies, they'll give you better deals, but you got to get it in bulk. And if you don't sell the book, guess what? Just sitting there with a lot of them. I remember I printed out some shirts, do a trial run for my company that I was doing my um fashion business, fashion. I was printing out some shirts for my company and did a trial one. I didn't like certain ways that the shirt was made, so I ended up going back in there and telling them to do something different. But the point of it was, I had these shirts printed out. I'm like, I can give them out for free advertisement, you know, or I can sell them. I chose to, give them out. And for the most part, some people just give me some money because they're like, I gotta give you something, man. You paid to make these shirts. And what they didn't know, I was doing free advertisement because when you wear my shirt, people are gonna ask you where you get that from, what that shirt is, who made that shirt, especially if it look good, something that they haven't seen. They're gonna be like, man, where that shirt come from? So I did that. Um, Going into, like I said, with the books, looking up the sites, getting the books printed out, apps. Always talking about money in apps. Um, DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, Postmates, Spark. They got that. All these different apps where you deliver food, deliver groceries. Some apps you can deliver appliances, deliver tools, deliver paint. I was talking about the guy that made $150 dropping off uh, buckets of paint. Guy sit up there. He dropped off 2 buckets of paint, 5 gallon buckets of paint, 150. The paint was 1,500. You know, so you look at that, it's probably what 10%, but got I think it was like 45 minutes down the road. So he got paid 150 for 45 minutes. Wasn't even a whole hour. Then he still had time probably to, do a little DoorDash and stuff within that time and get about 200 or something, you know. And, last but not least, social media. Getting paid off your social media. A lot of people don't know you can get paid off of Facebook videos. You get paid off of Instagram with your videos. You can go to a restaurant, film this restaurant, tell them you want to do a little short video clip of the restaurant eating, you know, because you like the restaurant, you want to advertise it. They will end up giving you free food. They will give you the best views and everything, most 9 times out of 10, to advertise their restaurant on your social media. Like, I don't even need no money. I just want to do a free promo for you, you know. Especially if you have a lot of followers, they will give you some money if you have a lot of followers. They will make a little thing with you, you know, and to the degree where a lot of people, if you're doing stuff on your site like promoting products, hey, affiliate links, get these affiliate links and promote products. If I have something like my Bluetooth, if my Bluetooth that I have, people like my Bluetooth, I can get an affiliate link from the company and promote their Bluetooth, put it in the description of the video. I get paid every time somebody hit that link and buy Bluetooth with my link. I'm already promoting them. Let's say Cookie. Amazon has a lot of affiliate links. You can go down to Amazon, get affiliate links, and every time somebody buy, there you go. Affiliate link already. You already set up an affiliate account with Amazon, and Amazon is where it's at. That's where the affiliates matter, with those links and stuff. And there you go. You got it set up good. Hey man, you're gonna be making money with these affiliate links. A lot of people fail to realize that you're already using these products. You like them, you love them. Why not promote them and sell them? You're already on here talking about stuff. You got cameras, you got Ring doorbells, you got Google. I got a Google on mine because I got everything Google. You know, so that means I have to get Ring cameras inside my house, outside my house, uh, Ring alarm system. Google has alarm system. I'm thinking about putting in my house. I already has the Wise kit set up, but I'm like, man, thinking about doing a Google alarm system. Has the smoke detectors, has the alarm system, carbon dioxide. Um, Google has a lot of little setups for the home. Doorbell, thermostat. I got the thermostat. Put the thermostat in myself. Pretty easy. Just certain little things that can catch you and get you interested and motivated to a degree on some of that stuff. So when it come down to it, hey, put yourself in the right frame of mind, get yourself together, get some things together, so you know you can make money. And like I say with this screen, that's what's mainly about, making money. But like I always say, with that being said, we here and we gone. Shout out to everybody that came through in the building. Until next time, we're gonna holler at you. Out.